Hi, Ardia here again to read you the June 9th newsletter for Pollima. So we wanted to talk a bit about carbon offsets versus carbon removals. We're having some interesting internal conversations about the difference between a standard carbon offset versus something that's technically called a carbon removal. So Pollima's carbon impact will be unique because we're focused solely on keeping carbon from going into the atmosphere, which means that paying people to simply cut down less trees or burn less coal does not meet our standards for what counts as a carbon offset. We're looking to reverse the presence of excess CO2 in our atmosphere. So to achieve this, we want to be funding projects that meet the following criteria. Additionality, super important. That means that the project would not otherwise exist if it were not for this funding. 2 is permanence. The project permanently sequesters carbon. And 3, leakage. So this project does not create a situation in which, for example, forests are protected from being cut down in one location only to be cut down somewhere else. And a 4th criteria that we're considering is immediacy, because we realize the social urgency of reversing global emissions and becoming carbon negative on a planetary scale. And we will not get there on time unless we begin removing billions of tons of carbon dioxide from the air immediately. So taking action as quickly as possible is obviously very important. Also wanted to give you some updates on our prototype. Like with all prototyping, we are currently in the stage of troubleshooting with our first one-to-one model. It turns out that in order to properly mill the upcycled foam with the CNC machine, we need to create a stable connection for the material to be held while it's being milled. And luckily, I have a very experienced industrial designer, Alon Day, that is working on that. So stay tuned because there are many exciting steps between here and making furniture from pressed hemp waste. And remember, if you want to see this furniture in your home before it actually exists in reality, Pollima is now available in augmented reality. So thanks to our amazing furniture designer, Zach Feltoon, if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can download our furniture models and view them in your space. So if you're reading the newsletter, you can click here on the link or visit the pop-up on our website, www.pollima.co. Thank you so much, everybody, for keeping up to date with our progress, and we'll talk to you soon.